understanding that the sales tax that is not collected in this state is 500 million a year approximately, and by my math, that comes out to about 8 billion in economic activity that we lose. People buy over the internet or wherever they buy to escape these taxes. And I don't think it's a working class that's buying these expensive items and escaping the sales tax. So I'd like to hear what would be the solution from each of the candidates to this.
Thank you for the question. I want to speak generally to the way that we collect tax, and then I'll speak specifically. It's never fair when anybody doesn't pay their fair share. Unfortunately, in Michigan, nearly 50% of all of our tax income is sales tax. Sales tax is the same regardless if you are a working mom who is trying to raise a family on minimum wage, or if you are a multi-millionaire, because that gallon of milk costs the same, you still drink the same amount, and the sales tax is going to be the same. It's a very regressive tax. And one of the challenges that we have in Michigan is that we have relied on these regressive taxes that fall disproportionately on the poor for far too long. And I think there's a responsibility for us, and I agree with Bill, that there's a responsibility for us to ask what a progressive tax system looks like. Because if you make money in the state of Michigan, you make money because you leverage all of our infrastructure in ways that other people don't. And so you deserve to be able to pay a bit more. And I think that's only fair. But when it comes to collecting the sales tax, you're right? In the circumstance where so many more people are buying their goods from places like Amazon and others rather than buying it in a store, the system of collection taxes is hard. And this is a national problem that I think as a governor, working with a national collaboration, because other states face this challenge in the same way, collaborating with other governors to find a national solution to the problem, I think, is critical. And in the interim, thinking a little bit about how we pass legislation to make sure that the rich, again, don't get away without paying their fair share.
So the simple answer is that we need legislation that closes the loophole. But the bigger issue is that in Michigan, we have a tax system that always lays the bill for everything at the feet of the citizens who can least afford it. That is why it is important that we make the transition from a fixed income tax to a progressive tax. If we do that, and do it based upon the formula that my folks have looked at, we would increase our general fund tax by $3.4 to $3.8 billion. That will fix a lot of the problems. The sales tax issue, what we've got to wrestle with is the influence that the lobbyist community and big business has on our folks in the state house. And that's why next year's election is critical, because the more people that we can change, the more opportunity we will have for making sure that we have a vehicle for capturing that sales tax. Now, under the progressive tax formula that I'm proposing for this state, we will have the same tax structure for household incomes of $200,000 or less. But if you have a household income greater than $200,000, you will be impacted by the progressive income tax. Top rate on that tax will be 10%. In order for someone to be paying 10%, they would have to be making $600,000 or more. I think that's fair. Because how many people in here are making $600,000? Raise your hand. Because we need to line up for a loan afterwards. So I hope I answered your question.
Okay, so your question is about the streamlined sales tax. Right, it's about the sales tax. Right, exactly. So they're talking about income taxes, but your question is about sales tax, and I think it's a really important question. I clarify that because this is a debate that has happened over and over again in the legislature, but because the Republicans have controlled the agenda, we've not gotten any relief on this for our working order businesses here in Michigan, and we're foregoing taxes that are owed. You know, when you buy something on Amazon and you don't pay tax, it doesn't mean that your tax isn't owed. You're actually supposed to go forward on on your tax form and claim it, but most people don't even know that, so they're not intentionally avoiding paying it, but some are, and we're avoiding a lot of tax revenue as a state. One of the things that I always co-sponsored when I was in the legislature was the streamlined sales tax, which means that we would have begun to undertake what it's gonna, what it takes in order to start collecting those dollars. You know, we've got the Interstate Commerce Clause, which is a part of the United States Constitution, and it really precludes states from impacting commerce that goes across state lines. But because so many of these internet businesses are now having presence in Michigan, we could go forward, but it takes leadership at the top, which means putting a Democrat who's gonna fight for our brick and mortar businesses and hold everyone accountable under the tax laws that they are due and owing. And this is something that I've always supported, and I recognize this is a huge hole in our state budget, just as you've identified, and I'm glad that you're paying attention and you're asking about it, so thank you.
And again, I won't address the other tax. I'm for progressive tax structure, but I think your question was about sales tax, so I'll focus just on that. We need to invest in Michigan for our future. We have issues in education. We need to fund the education. We need to fund infrastructure improvement for us to be preparing ourselves for the 21st century. And I want to be cautious. I know I run small businesses, I'm financially responsible, and we need to collect the revenues so that we can take care of Michigan, so that we can fix the roads, we can fix the failing bridges, we can get another SULAC, so that we don't have an economic disaster if the SULAC was to fail. So I think we are going to be creative in trying to have enough funds to take care of Michigan. And so I think we should collect the sales tax and we should enforce the laws.
All right, hands up, next question. Let's take one, we'll try to get a good geographic distribution here, so let's take the question over here if we can.
Good evening, my name is Dorian Evans. My question, first of all, thank you all for coming tonight, Young Dims. Thank you for voting non-Young Dims. As you said, Gretchen, I get to vote for any of you all today because you basically support what I feel, what I believe, what I need. But as a Detroit public school teacher who has seen DPS decimated, DPS-CD decimated by Republican lawmakers, what is your plan to get to the rest of the state to get those voters to turn into Democrats to vote for you?
So from the moment I entered this race, I was very clear. I don't care if we have charter schools, but we won't be spending public tax dollars to support private charter schools. We're going to change the way that we fund our schools in Michigan so that we're funding every